The political and military crisis in the Central African Republic is also obstructing humanitarian efforts and endangering the already limited access citizens have to essential health services. Executive Director of UNAIDS, Michel Sidibe, flew to Bossangoa in the northwest part with Under-Secretary General of the United Nations and Emergency Relief Coordinator Valerie Amos and other senior high-level officials. Bossangoa has suffered a wave of sectarian violence, and the city, which once had some 50,000 residents, is now nearly empty as people have left their homes to escape the violence between Muslims and Christians. Now, most of the city's former residents live in two separate sides. The delegation visited internally displaced person sites for Muslims and Christians. During his visit, Sidibe said,
"We saw that people are living completely separately. The Christians are in one place and the Muslims are in another. The people are no longer living together. This is creating very serious problems of social cohesion, and it shows that the state has completely dissolved and that there is a big problem at the level of institutions. There is no access to services, there are no more health services, education isn't there, and it's really a very serious problem we are living right now."
A day earlier in Bongi, Sidibe met with religious leaders who are seeking reconciliation between Christians and Muslims.
We are speaking in the name of all the people who are still living in abandoned sites and don't have any recourse. We are asking that a solution is found on the international level so that security returns, so that Central Africans can receive their salaries, and so that cohesion returns and each one of us can rebuild this country that we all love.
Prior to the start of the current crisis, the country was already struggling with its AIDS response, and the ongoing violence is making the situation even more difficult. According to the country's authorities, 125,000 people were living with HIV in 2012, of whom 15,000 were receiving antiretroviral therapy. Since the violence began, 2/3 of people living with HIV on treatment have fled their homes and are no longer able to access the medicines and care they need. There is growing concern that the interruption in treatment will cause a resistance to the life-saving drugs, making future care difficult.